Wow, Mr. Holley.
Yes.
What makes you do it?
What makes me do art? Art has a truth about it that has lasted through the centuries. Art has been around for almost every generation, whether we noticed it or not. Whatever the humans was allowed to create from, with, or maybe just taking and touching it with their hand like that and putting their handprint somewhere out of soot, putting it on a wall and left it there. It was identified as what they had done. We became wiser in our choices of material to make art with. Like this piece I'm working on, balancing the stone. Balancing the stone on this wonderful, beautiful piece of glass that somebody blew, but it wasn't quite shaped right. So they tossed it. And when I saw it tossed in the trash, I had to have it because I knew that I could do something with it to help people understand balancing the stone. So applying the stones to this, whether it was by glue, these was glued on here. And this one right here, the big one, it was balanced by wire. You see what I'm talking about? It was balanced by wire. And then even if I wanted to, I can put another stone in, which I probably will, and put another stone in here later, but I may not have the time to show you all of it, but I can show you that I can get it in there to a point. Whatever the will, you got to remember, whatever the will, there's a way. There's a will to do something, we can find a way or make a tool to get it done. So I'm going to get this stone here off between this wire here and bind it on here before well, I can almost just go ahead and bring it to a point because I don't like it. A lot of times people say, prove it. Show me what you're working with and all that other kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But to prove something to somebody, to prove our skills to somebody, a lot of times we get graded by our skills. But if we grade ourselves, if we learn to grade ourselves, just like I told you I could do it, it was in me to do it. And then I had to do what? I had to prove it. I had to prove it not only to you, but I had to prove it to myself that I can put this stone in position. Watch this right here. I'm gonna pull this piece of wire just tight enough. I gotta get it lined up. Everything has to be worked. You have to take your time and work it. Cause a lot of times, sometimes we be acting and acting like a fool at that, playing around and pretending. You remember that song that the Turner did it? It called "Oh." Oh, the Platters did that song a long time ago, way before you were born. Oh, 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 yes, I'm a great pretender. I'm not a pretender. I'm a doer. See how I did that?
Oh yeah.
I got it done. Okay? Now, on the table, you got materials that I found while I was in everything. I don't have time to explain them all to you right now because that means I would have to reach over there and turn everything, give you definition, give you the position, give you what the materials are. Some things have to be self-explainable in the art. I can give you a title, but as far as the materials is concerned, somebody else comes along and write down definition and how the width and all of that other kind of stuff that goes in. And also this one. And you had saw these right here. These are my stencils. And you'll see the glass. I think you already got them. You saw the glass. Man, you was right there.
Mm-hmm.
You was right there when the glass pieces was being made, but brought to you by the stencils that we laid down. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I did a thing years ago called Lay It Down, Lay It Down, Lay It Down. Huh? That's a song. You got to lay it down. So come on, walk with me outdoors. That's what you wanted me for anyway. Come on, walk with me. Now we can't forget that because of being invited up here and chosen as a guest artist, I was given choices. John gave me some choices. Tell him your name now,
Oh,
John.
you were calling me.
Yeah, well, it is.
John.
John. Thumbs up, John. But John, what? It's
Drury.
Yeah, it's so many Johns
only one of me.
online right now, but
Only one of me.
only one of you. Only one Lonnie Holley, too. But senior has a junior and a Lonnie Holley the third. But if you look at it, all these things that you see out here, I did them. How many days I've been here, Tom?
5.
5 days.
Let's say 7. Call it 7. Something like that. Does that sound right?
Almost non-stop. Non-stop, but with the help of John and Brian, because they had to help me hold some things in place. Like this one right here, we had to look for the found objects. We had to think about them. Some pieces had to be glued on there. Look at that. That looked like a set of diamonds that is sawed off in here.
A little bit of fired enamel.
Yeah, fire enamel. John have to tell you about a few things because I don't know exactly all of the the techniques, I should say, techniques.
Mm-hmm.
TQ, the techniques of all of what? But most of this was all done by hand. Bending the wire. See that wire right there? All of that was done by hand. We didn't use hardly no tools on that at all. We placed it together, we found a position and leveled it off, and then we did it. These wooden cutoffs here that you see, we went to the wood shop. The day before going to the wood shop, I was given a choice of some material. And I wanted to work with those materials. And in the process of just looking at them, I saw the aging of the material, I saw the grandeur of it, and I also saw that material as an offering to the Spirit. Because we are making an offering. This is today's totem pole. When you come up in here, there's a totem pole that has faces, all them different faces and birds and things on it. If you look here, there's a face upside down, a face upside down, a face right side up, another face right side up, another face right side up. And then we got a pan. Are you with me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Just a flag.
All right. We can't get distracted. On this side, we got a pan, right? Is that a pan for mining gold? Or is that pan for whatever that pan can hold? Right? No. Let me show you. Turn around. That pan coming to the edge of them logs. See that edge of the logs up yonder? See that one over yonder? It speaks better, right? Right?
Uh-huh.
But that pan right there could be your cooking pan. You can cook your food in that pan.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can hold hot lava. That's a hot lava rock. A friend of mine one of the students gave me that and said, well, Mr. Holley, would you like to have this? I said, yeah, I surely would. Can you do something with it? Can I do something with it? Time he gave it to me, I went to thinking about what can be accomplished with it. That's the main thing with art. Time you touch it, your brain start trying to analyze it, trying to see it as something that you got to work with. Come on over to this piece. Now, it was about not so much a simplism. Art is not always as simple as you can make it. But you want me to tell you what art is all about?
Yes, please.
Strong, stability. Able to, once it leave you, it's going to be able to stand up to any museum, any staff of the museum, because beyond the curators, somebody got to touch this all the time. Somebody got to move it. You understand what I'm saying? Brian, come here for a minute. Now help me move this.
Where do you want to move it?
We're going to just move it a couple of inches. You see what I'm talking about? Now watch this right here. If we pick it up just right, we're going to move the whole thing, right? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now watch this right here. Still do the same thing you just did. Do it. Ready?
Yep.
See? You see?
Oh, yeah.
Because we wasn't taught how to lift that. Things go whack a wound. When I say whack a wound, that means it's not the way the artist placed it. Right? The curator is all upset because now what the picture, it don't show the same thing. So sometimes the art needs the artist to give explanation, to give definition, to give condition. You see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And I see that a bird spent the night on here. You want to know how?
Oh.
Because I see the dropping of the bird.
Oh.
The bird did this here. It wasn't on there yesterday. So a bird spent the night on there. You see what I'm saying? It's all right. Because we are in Birdville. We're up here in Birdville. Now, let's come down here. This is beautiful. The both of these is working together. You're just going to have to take your time and go around that whole piece in order to see what my demonstration was all about. My demonstrating that I could take a jar that John gave me and he patinaed it with the black and the, well, I patinaed it with the black and the white, and then I drew on it, and it went to the, they call it the hot box.
Mm-hmm.
But I jigged all of these places that you see, I jigged them out myself. They're beautiful, aren't they?
They sure are.
But again, stability is one thing. Come around here and you'll see all the trees that it was part of my inspiration over here. See it? See the trees?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, come on around here. I'm gonna show you. This is an eye. See the eye?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the eye, but the pupil saw the sun, and then the reflection of the water. You see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
When I went into the lunchroom or the dining room, looking out over that ridge over there, I saw all of that, right? Then you come to the child here,
Mm-hmm.
the grandparent here,
Mm-hmm.
and the next generation here, and that generation holding another generation in their hand.
Okay.
That is called the root of humankind. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
And then not just saying knocking on wood, but be able to get into the spirit, we have to knock and ask. It say ask and it shall be given. A lot of times we don't ask the spirit for nothing. Come around here. And you'll see that this was an old dough.
Come over here. Oh, sorry.
It was an old dough.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Beautiful old dough. And then let's go to the table.
Okay.
Because we're going to finish up this at the table. Because, you know, you can say, what man don't work in 5 days to produce all that. I could have produced it more than that. I could have worked it a little bit harder. I could have got up at 4 instead of getting up at 6, right? And made 3 or 4 more pieces. But you ain't saw my digital art that I did, right? So, no, nobody can't tell how much I be done. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
You can't add. I can't. This was what I walked up here with this morning. Isn't that beautiful? Except this piece. This was here the other day. This don't go with that. I gotta take it away. You see? Cause that can stand by itself. Beautiful. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
But again, what we are doing, and I was telling John, I said, John, I had a class. And in that class, I had showed the children how to use 144,000 leaves. One leaf. See this leaf right here? One leaf. Isn't that beautiful? That I put one leaf back up on the branch. You see? But all of these other things is going to what? I couldn't even count how many seeds is going to be offered from this one offering right here. Somebody say, how much do we offer to the Spirit for our life? How much have I shown that can be offered in a day? In one day? How much do we end up throwing away? Look on the table. This is about getting beyond what is thrown away. I just gathered it. I liked this root so bad. I just had to have it. And it made me wonder, because this was a brown bottle that Mama and them used to use, and another brown bottle here. But this bottle right here reminded me of the bottle that they used to get medicine in back in the 50s. You understand what I'm saying? Mama had 27 children, my mama did. I'm telling this on the camera. I'm the 7th of my mother's 27 children. I learned from my grandfather. I call him my grandpa. I learned from my mama, my grandmama, my daddy mama, and I learned from my mama. I didn't get no good education, but I got good examples set before me by watching them do what they did, watching how they used things, watching after they took the medicine out of it, look, they put the top back on it. And sometimes Grandpa could tell you every herb that was in the bottle. So I used this little wash right here and put this little plant down in there as the herb that goes in the brown bottle. You see? It was greater than a ruby. You can see that? It was greater than a ruby. Oh, these are beautiful. We're going to end it with my little sandstone sculpture. No, these here are my clay sculptures. These came from Spoleto, Italy. Isn't that beautiful? You see that face on there? You see the child, the body of the child, depending on this face right here. And then there's another face around here. That's what I did out of clay. It's ready. Look at this one. Ain't that beautiful? That's beautiful. But it's the thing that you see. Oh, look at that. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Almost just about the size of my thumb. You see, I'm not even as big as my thumb. But it's not about how big that an artist can grow and develop to do his or her art. It's about, look at that. You still got the same thing going right there, haven't you? And you turn this right here, that's the way right here. You look like you got the feathers of the bird. Can you see it? And then this look like a big old what? Owl eye. It looked like an owl standing there, right?
Mhm.
On the back of this man's head. Or if you looked at that way, it looked like an eye, and then that would be the beak up underneath there. It would look like an eagle's head, right? So it's perception or how I help you see what I have saw, right?
Mhm.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I turned it all the way around. But some people say that what I do is not art. I can't help what I do. I promised my mama and my mama one day before they died, cause I had started making baby tombstones, working with a person by the name of William Narnett and the director of the Birmingham Museum of Art. I took my works through the back door of the Birmingham Museum of Art, 125 pieces. And the director said, "You did all this?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You sure is prolific." And I didn't understand what prolific meant at all. I didn't understand what artist even meant. But I took my work like Aunt Sarah had told me to take it. She said she tapped me on my cheek because I had been crying. I was so upset because people just were breaking up my work and just trampling all over and didn't care.
Mhm.
And I had to go through that for years and years and years
Mhm.
of people just disregarding me as an artist, giving me all kind of titles that I knew nothing about.
Mhm.
Really, I have won more titles like ill-fitted suits in my life. Somebody come along, they want to write about you, they put you in the category or whatever. You, this artist, that artist, or self-taught or unself-taught or outsider or passion vision or all these different titles. I think I am American artist. You know why?
What?
Because the Lords of London sent me my title from London. Hmm? You hear me what I'm saying?
Sounds official.
That was official. My works went to the Smithsonian in 1980, started traveling in 1981, went to 13 original colonies,
Hmm.
64 cities
Wow.
of America. Hmm? The name of the show was More Than Land and Sky, Art from Appalachia.
Hmm.
Please look it up because you're doing a film about me right now, and you need to know what you're doing.
Mhm.
You don't want to just go posting anything about anybody.
Oh, this will go in the archive.
They used to call me the Sandman because I was working with a material. I got a little piece of it in there now. I was working with a material less. Didn't even have the strength of this stuff. It was a coarse sand that they used in a foundry for the inner core line of the mold.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, all the way up until a few minutes ago, you caught me well. You caught me doing it. You asked me, Mr. Holley, why you do it?
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for sharing why
I
you do it.
do it because of the humans that's on this earth, not in our generation, but generation to come. I did a song called I Woke Up in a Fucked Up America. That's like a ripple,
Mm-hmm.
a stone you throw in the water. It began to be a tidal wave.
Mm-hmm.
Things can fall apart if we don't quickly fix them, sir. Our hazards, our landfills have grown to mountains. Our polluted areas of stuff that has been buried. From now going all the way back to the maybe 1800s, there is debris that has been buried that is hazardous, that is still polluting the earth. But a lot of times nobody don't see the bleed off, cause everything that you bury, if some water get in it and it got any kind of He gonna float up, seep out, find its way into the main water stream. Mix in with that, blend in with that, cause we're gonna get in the muck of that. You know what? If I dig down in there, you can see me. If I dig down in there deep enough and keep on digging down in there deep enough, I'll touch water. I'll touch water. But the main thing about us and are we concerned about our earthly habits? I wonder. I came here from Rome. I had a workshop over in Spoleto, Italy. I came all the way from Spoleto, Italy, kind of non-stop, an hour and a half break, and got here. I had 5 weeks worth of art to do over there. Then I coming over here, and I'm ending it up with this make my 6th week of working steady, making art. I say thumbs up for Mother Universe. Art and music, because I think I shared a little of my music with you all since I've been here, and a little bit of my advice. But it's left up to you all humans to look online. You can Google me, Lonnie Bradley Holley Sr., and you can Google my art on Google. You can also, because Google tell you everything about a man now almost. Or you can YouTube and hear my music. Or you can Facebook and probably see a lot of people don't even be interested in my private page because they say I do too much. But that's an exercise and a privilege of my own that I try to exercise. You know, you got a privilege to live, so you better go on live, baby. You better live as good as you can while you're living. So I said, thumbs up for Mother Universe, and you filming for who? Say it on the camera. Who are you filming for?
Filming for Pilchuck. Everyone who comes here and wants to learn about why you do what you do.
Well, thumbs up for you and thumbs up to your hard work, because I know you got in that heated atmosphere the other day and you sat there.
Yeah.
But you're a good sitter
Thank
and
you.
a good filmer.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for thumbs up.